Greetings to all. Today in this lecture we will learn how to balance a chemical reaction. How to balance a chemical reaction or balancing of a chemical reaction. As we know that for a reaction to be a chemical equation, there are three necessary conditions that are: the first condition is it should be represent in the form of the symbols, or it should be represent in the form of the chemical formula. Second, it should be in skeleton form, and third, it should be balanced. Balanced means it obeys the law of conservation of mass. The mass of reactants should be equal to mass of product, or the number of atoms present on the reactant side should be equal to the number of atoms present on product's side. So let us take the example of chemical reaction, that is reaction between iron and steam. When iron reacts with steam, it produces iron oxide along with hydrogen gas. This is an example of unbalanced chemical reaction. How it is unbalanced? See the number of atoms on both sides, or on reactant side or product side. The number of atoms on reactant side for iron is 1, and on product side number of atoms of iron are 3. Similarly, the number of oxygen on reactant side is 1 and number of oxygen on product side are 4. Therefore, it is not a balanced chemical equation. Now, how do we balance a chemical reaction or chemical equation? For this, there are some rules. Let us discuss one by one. The first rule is, first of all, we put the boxes on the chemical formula. We put the boxes on the chemical formula. It means we don't change these chemical symbols or these chemical formula. Next rule is, make a table of the atoms present on reactant side and product side. For this, we have to make a table. Let R for the reactants and P for the products. The number of different atoms present on reactants as well as products are iron 1, hydrogen 2, oxygen 1. On reactant side, iron is 1, hydrogen is 2 and oxygen is 1. And on product side, the number of iron atoms are 3, hydrogen 2, oxygen 4. There are 3 types of the atoms present in this chemical reaction, that is iron, hydrogen and oxygen. First of all, we have to balance all the atoms other than oxygen and hydrogen. Leave oxygen and hydrogen and balance other atoms. So, first of all, we have to balance iron in this chemical reaction. In this chemical reaction, the number of iron atoms on reactant side is 1 and on product side are 3. So, first of all, we have to balance iron. For this, we have to multiply by 3 on reactants side. So, multiply it by 3 on reactant side. So, we put here 3, means iron atoms are balanced. Our next step is to balance hydrogen and oxygen. In this chemical reaction, hydrogen is already balanced. Now we have to balance oxygen atom. For oxygen atoms, The number of oxygen on product side are 4 and number of oxygen on reactant side is 1. So we have to multiply it by 4 so that the number of oxygen atoms on both sides becomes equal. So put here 4. By multiplying steam by 4, the number of hydrogen atoms also change. So for making hydrogen same on both sides, again multiply it by 4. The number of hydrogen atom on the reactant side become 2 into 4, that is 8. Now hydrogen atoms are not balanced in this chemical reaction. To make it balanced, we have to multiply it by 4 so that number of hydrogen atoms are also balanced. So put here 4 on the outside of the hydrogen gas. In the last step, we rewrite this chemical reaction after removing the boxes. After removing the boxes, the chemical reaction becomes 3Fe plus 4 molecules of steam along with iron oxide and 4 molecules of hydrogen. Now the last step is to check whether this is balanced or not. For this, make table again and write the atoms on both sides. Iron 3, hydrogen atoms are 2 into 4, that is 8, and oxygen atoms are 1 into 4, again 4. And on product side, iron atoms are 3, hydrogen are 4 into 2, that is again 8, and oxygen atoms are 4. As the number of atoms on both sides are same, therefore it is required balanced chemical reaction.